Welcome back, everyone. This is The Average Gamer. Today I'm going to bring you another Chaos Battle League video. In this video I'm going to do some live matches with a new deck that I recommend you try, especially if you're up into League 9. It's a really fun deck that I've enjoyed and I've had great success with. The beginning of the season, which started last Thursday at the reset, I really was doing a lot of experimenting, and I never played the same deck back to back. I had 3 decks, like I was using all 3 different decks. I built 3 and I was just kind of playing one. Then the next match I'd play another one. And I had luck, I lost, I won. But then I started experimenting and I found this deck and I'm really, really liking it. I had in place of the Gingerbread House, the Dojo, but I wanted to lower the cost. I found it was a bit too expensive. So I went to the Gingerbread House and I'm really loving it. The solid defensive structure on this being the Cryrobot, the Pharaoh, and the Medusa. My tank being the Dracula. My win condition being the Dwarves. And the Gingerbread for added pressure. And the Sashimono to give that added little twist to the deck and speed up the process in taking out the towers. Now, before I jump into some live battles, I want to discuss something about the Gingerbread House. Now, I've been asked by a few people, it's been mentioned in Guild Chat, about countering the Gingerbread House. And I'm not going to do a separate video on countering it, because in all honesty, countering it is quite easy with a spell card. That's really the only way you're going to counter it, because proper placement of the Gingerbread House is in the back behind the left or right tower. The whole purpose that the Gingerbread House is to apply pressure to your opponent and force them to make a move. That's what it's for. It's also designed, if it's high enough level, to do chip damage on the tower. It'll also help out on defense with pushes coming in. But primarily it's to force your opponent to make a move and apply that added pressure throughout gameplay. So proper placement is behind, as I said, the right or left tower. Never in the center. I do see some people put it in the center as pointless and it's a waste of the card. I've seen people use it also in an emergency to stop a werewolf or a Trojan horse or something like that coming down the lane. It will add a bit of a distraction, but it doesn't serve the same function as the pyramid does with that regard. So keep that in mind. I would not waste it unless you're in dire needs of saving a tower. So that's basically it. So countering it is with spell cards, or the 7 Dwarves will counter it as well. They'll take it out. But Pandora's Box, Cannonball, and Moby Dick are the ones that you'll use to counter it, the obvious spell cards. Pandora's Box, I do not believe will take it out all the way, but it'll pretty close to it. Neither will Cannonball. I think my maxed out Cannonball does 1,045 or something like that. So maxed out Cannonball is not even going to take it to level 8, but it leaves it with a sliver of health, and that and Pandora's Box will reduce its lifetime during the match while it's out. So it still helps. Moby Dick will take it out completely, but Cannonball I'd say is the most effective one to use because it's an even energy trade. So it's 4 for 4. Excuse me. Well, Pandora's Box is 5, so it'd be a -1 trade, and Moby Dick is 6, being a -2 energy trade. Now, what you want to do, you want to wait a few seconds. So when your opponent plays the Gingerbread in the back, wait to see if he's going to put some troops in the back to help with a push. So maybe he starts off with a tank or a Cryrobot or a Bohea, Pharaoh, anything like that. Then, once those cards are close to crossing the path of the tower and the Gingerbread House, that's when you'll launch the spells that you're going to use, whether it's Cannonball, Moby Dick, or Pandora's Box. The reason why you're doing this is you want to get as much value out of that spell. All right, so you want to get the chip damage on the tower, the damage on the Gingerbread, and then damage any troops that are coming down as well. So that is why it's important to just wait and see what your opponent's going to do before you immediately cannonball it. I have seen people just defending against I put it in the back, and they cannonball it right away, and then I put my troops down, and my troops survive because he didn't wait for the troops to go down, and so they didn't get any damage done to them. So it's really important that you're doing that. So yes, if you're not carrying a spell in your deck and you're facing Gingerbread House a lot, it's so important that you build your deck to counter it. Because if you're seeing it every other match, well, you got to replace a card with a spell to take it out. That's just it. There's no other counters. You can't counter the Gingerbread if it's in back. You need to use a spell or the 7 Dwarves. I guess even the Vultures will do the trick. Or, well, Mothership would too, I suppose. Anything you can kind of place anywhere on the map. Those are the cards that are going to counter it. All right. Pyramid in front, if you time it properly, as the gingerbreads come across, the mummies will spawn out and soak up the damage from and soak up the hits from the gingerbread. So that's another possibility as well. But it's a little bit more risky. And my suggestion is to take it out with spells. That's what I recommend. At the end of the day, that's just what I recommend. If you're facing it a lot and you don't have any of those spells, put one of them in your deck to help you deal with that gingerbread house. All right. So without further ado, again, this is the deck that I'm using. I love it. Gatling gun is my new favorite turret. It does deal with the dwarves pretty good. Coupled with the Pharaoh, it's a solid defense against the dwarves. And Bohiev to add pressure. Bohiev is a pressure card. Again, it's similar to the Gingerbread House, as it forces your opponent to make a move and applies pressure to them right off the bat. So it's a fantastic card for doing that. He's also good on defense, back and behind the main tower, help to clean up any messes coming in. If you don't have the Dracula or it's not a decent level, Captain does a great job. I always recommend Captain if you don't have the Dracula or just don't have it at a good enough level. All the other cards are pretty much irreplaceable. You can put the Dojo in place of the Gingerbread, but it brings up the cost, I think, to 3.8 or 3.9. It was a little more expensive than I wanted. So that's the deck. Let's jump into it here. So you can see it in action. You can see how the Sashimono plays. Here we go. Hopefully we don't have long waits. Hopefully we don't. I've been getting matches pretty much every try. I do get the odd lab employee. But for the most part, I'm getting some solid matches against some really solid players. The matchmaking changed, and I'm so happy. And I'm getting a challenge now. And there's some players that give me a regular challenge, and they've all beat me, that's fine. It's a game. And kudos to them because I'm higher level. Darzling, shout out to him. Big Boss, Kusha. All shout outs to them. They've all given me a challenge. They're never an easy match, and that's what I like. I want a challenge, and losing, as I said, is part of the game. You can't take it serious. So, yeah. All right, so we're a little bit of a wait here. Excuse me, I'm getting a bit of a sore throat. There will be changes coming to the channel as well, but not probably for a couple months at least. I want to get my studio finished. So I'll have my face up here eventually on the videos. So that'll be fun. Give it a little bit more of a personal experience. Better quality. I've got some new mic ordered and like camera and all that stuff. Everything. It's gonna be a whole new setup. So it's really, really exciting. Can't wait. We're gonna jump into it here. First battle. And it's a lab employee. All right, fair enough. That's gonna happen. Name of the game. Excuse me. What a start. What an aggressive start for him. All right. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off the gingerbread. I never wait until I always wait till I hit 10. There we go. Plop them down. What we're going to do, people are always talking about Kraken. I am going to do a video on how to counter Kraken, but he is good as well. You drop him right here. There we go. However, he put the Alchemist down, which was placement, surprisingly, for a lab employee. But, I'm bleeding energy here. Okay, so we're going to put the Dracula at the back. And, yeah. Here we go. He's got Tin Man coming down. We're going to just separate. We're going to put the Carbot. So placement is key, as you can see. He's got that level 8 hide. That's a pain. But that's okay. We cleaned that up pretty good. Cryrobot also outranges the Kraken, just so you know. All right. Take him out, please, please. There we go. We're going to put the Gingerbread back in. He put the Sashimono down. That's what you get for playing a bot. Okay. So as you can see, when there's something else taking damage, those gingerbreads are crazy. Oh, they do so much damage. Look at that. And not even a tank took that tower down. That's fantastic. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to put the Chirobot in behind here. And you watch what I'm going to do. The Sashimono. This is not ideal because this bot's kind of an idiot, but that's okay. Watch. Put the Sashimono down. Kaboom. And watch how fast everything starts going. Look at this. Look at them. They're just going crazy. Look at this. Boom. That tower is not going to go down, but that's okay. We're just going to start with another gingerbread in the back. But look at that. Look at the damage those little guys do if you don't take care of them. That's why people are frustrated, because they're like, oh, you know, How do you counter it? And as I said, it's really just taking it out of the equation by using a spell. That's really it. That's all I can say. All right, so he's got that down. Kraken is annoying. I kind of just want to drop... Oh. He seriously doesn't know how to play a Sashimono. Those silly lab employees. That's okay, that's okay. We're going to get this taken care of here. I'm just going to gamble and drop this down because I want to end the match. We'll just try and speed them up, see if they can... There we go, that'll be done. Perfect, all right, get that match over. Let's get out of that. That's not ideal. I was hoping to face a real person. I am only going to do 3 matches. If I get one person after this... Oh, a big toaster, look at that. If I get one person after this match, I probably won't do any more. We'll see. I'll see how long this goes. Because I wanted to spend a few minutes explaining the gingerbread and really explaining the counter to it. I hope that answered the question. If you have questions about anything, about countering any card, definitely hit me up in the comment section. I'll help you out. I should have my subscription. Weird. Okay. I usually get my 500 gems for my subscription by now. I haven't gotten them yet. All right. Fair enough. Whatever. All right. Let's jump into it here. I forgot to start. Oh, that's okay. I'll start unlocking that silver one after. I try not to do matches. I try to always free up. That's where most of my gems are going lately, is just freeing up a toaster slot, because I don't want to, had I not had a free slot, that's a big toaster I'd have missed out on. So, and right now, maxing out commons and rares is really the key right now, and big toasters maximizes that for the value you're getting. My captain is about 1,200, less than 1,200, I think, from level 13. That's just from getting big toasters. And I've unlocked some big toasters from the shop. I don't use the captain anymore too much. She is probably my favorite common card. That toss up between her and the Spartans. They were my first maxed out cards, commons at level 12. I can't remember which one came first, Spartans or captain. Can't remember, but they were the first 2. Then Dynamite Tower, actually. Oddly enough, I don't ever use it. Never did really use it. All right, there we go. See, I'm pretty much getting a battle every match. Every time I try. It's probably 1 out of every 10 tries I'll get the no match found, which is fine. As soon as I seen that beam tower, I knew it was not a real player. Because no sensible real player will use the beam tower. Especially with the 7 dwarves right now. It will do nothing. All right, start with the Bohea in the back. I love this. Actually, I really love this arena. Okay, well, he's not doing anything else. So I'm going to start with the Dracula in the back. Ideally, you want to have the Gingerbread House. Okay, it's going to be annoying. Oh, okay. We're going to put this over here, Bohea. As you can see, try not to bunch up your cards. Oops, sorry about that. I hit that by accident. Let's move that out of the way. I keep doing that lately. I don't know how or why, but I am. I misplayed that card. Do not pay attention to that. Okay, so the Pharaoh is so good at countering those type of tank cards because of her mummies. But the mummies take a while to spawn. That's the problem. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we're going to start making some progress here. He was clogging up the lane pretty good, which was annoying. But what we're going to do is we're going to put this down here, and we're going to get the Sashimono down. Boom. And watch this as everything speeds up. Look at this. Boom. Tower down. I love it. Look how fast that goes. Look at them go. Look at little dwarves go. All right. Enough of that. All right. Let's see here. Let's get another Gingerbread House down and play. Let's wait a little bit longer. And now. There we go. So, what we're going to do... So this is a prime example of how you should be playing your cards. Separated like that, preventing them from getting Cannonball or Moby Dick value. I had a rough start to the match, as you've seen, but things are going pretty good now. So as you can see, that Pharaoh, just how well he takes care of that... the Samurai Captain, even the Shogun, he does such a good job. All right, 7 dwarf times. Watch this. Oh, it's gone anyways. There we go. There we go. Match number 2 down. I am definitely going to do one more live battle because I'm really hoping to get someone, get a real person. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not doing so great in the rankings. I've dropped, but didn't play much over the weekend. I'm still almost 300 out of the top 5, but it's okay. Darsling, Kusha, Big Boss, all great players that are not in my guild. So I do like seeing that. I like seeing Wiccan's a good player. Sir Dunnigan's good. One Push Man gives you Pepto, all solid players, all give me a challenge, and that's what I like. I like a good challenge. And a big shout out to them. Shout out to all the members of Wii as well. I know a lot of people say Wii's enemy, Wii and VCR are enemies. When I say Wii, I say World End. But I just say we're rivals for sure. I don't like the term enemies. But hey, it is what it is. She's almost level 9, but I just can't. She's still too expensive. I can't use her. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. All right, let's jump into one more quick battle here. All right, 14 seconds, not too bad. Hopefully we'll get a player. We'll see. But yeah, so changes coming to the channel. Might not even be till the new year. It all depends on how quickly I can get things done because I don't have a proper backdrop to do the face cam. And too much commotion. I need a nice quiet spot, which is my basement. It's unfinished, so I got to get that done because I don't want to be up where I got a dog running around barking and cats meowing. I want to be somewhere where it's going to be quiet. You know, my daughter and everything. You know, it's just nice to have a quiet little place where you can do the filming and also just no distractions or interruptions. So, especially with face cam. So that's sort of my goal. Plus, so with that, I'm going to get a new mic. I'm going to get a couple mics. Just depends. I'm going to try a couple. Webcam for it, obviously. Yeah, no, it's exciting. Exciting times. I can't wait. I really hope the channel succeeds and it takes off. You never know. May or may not. But you got to be patient. There we are. And I knew this was not a real person because of the turret. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with the gingerbread. It's really unfortunate. I got 3 lab employees, but I'm trying to keep up with the videos. It's hit and miss. There's times I face like 5, 6, 7 real players back to back. I usually don't play the Pharaoh. That's why I usually try and hold off on the Pharaoh usage in case there's a Shogun. Watch this. So you separate everything so that not everything is targeted. And look at that. So he's down. And he put his Pandora's box way up there. Don't know why. That was kind of silly on his part. But we're not doing too bad. We're going to get another gingerbread house down. And that tower is going to be gone. Yeah. He's got the regular tower. So that's not going to do anything really. All right. So knowing the Shogun, that's one of the reasons why I keep the Pharaoh. Is because he's just a great counter to Shogun, Samurai, and Captain. Do not use him for Dracula, please. Whatever you do, no Dracula. Because the little mummies will help him heal. So, you don't need that. We're going to put the Medusa back over here, out of the range of that. Then we're going to drop down these little guys, and then we're going to drop down the Sashimono. And it's going to be oh, there we go. Watch this as they all speed up. Boom, there we go. Put all your cards on steroids. Use Sashimono. There's a new slogan for you. I love the Sashimono. I've actually grown to like it. And I won't leave home without it now. Yeah. So that's it. 3 wins. I know it was all lab employees. I apologize for that. So this is, again, where I am right now. I'm a little ways off. My goal every season is just remain in the top 10. So by this Thursday, I got to get to 7,200. It's my goal, which I should get pretty easily between now and then. I'm actually, Thursday night, I'm leaving for a 7-hour drive. I'm going away for the Thanksgiving long weekend here in Canada. My wife and I and kids are going to with friends up to a house on a lake, about 7 hours north of Ottawa, where I am. So I will not be available. Definitely won't be recording videos. So I am going to be going. I'm going to record one to at least upload for Friday. But it's pretty remote, and I'm not sure how good the internet is. I can't remember. I've been there before. I just can't remember how good the internet is. If I can get a couple videos, I'll try and upload some. Otherwise, you won't see any until the following Monday. But you'll definitely get some up until then. Definitely up until Friday for sure. But I want to get to 7200. I want to get to Grandmaster League 1 before the weekend because I'm going to lose a lot of play time over those days. I might hop in once in a while. We'll see. So this is where we are right now. World End is down by 1 player. So we're up almost 20,000. About 17,000 now. I like seeing Super Buddies up there. 50 King. Oh, they're good. Slayers, great guild. They're working their way up. So just to show you the deck one more time for ladder play, if you've got all these cards, great deck. If you don't have Dracula or it's just not good enough level, as I said, Captain, even Samurai, but I prefer Captain in its place. It'll also lower the cost down to 3.5 if you put Captain in. All the other cards are pretty staple in this. The tank killer being Medusa, she's defense. Same with Karabot and the Pharaoh. Because I face so many Shoguns, the Pharaoh is just priceless. His mummies stop it right in its tracks. And that with the Gatling turret that just shreds tanks, it's amazing. It's very rare a Shogun gets a hit on my tower. Very rare. And I'll just show you some of my last replays. So that's the 3 there. Darsling, always a solid player. Always gives me a run for my money. Is there a lab employee? Actually, I did place a little bit there. Network, lab employee, Pepto, always a solid player. So yeah, so there's some 3 actual players of those whatever. I think that shows 10 or something like that. But it's up and down. There's days I face only real players. It's awesome. I love it. I just love it. That's what I like. That's what I want to see. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or concerns, or you've got some tips or strategies for me, definitely hit me up in the comments section. If you liked the video, smash the like button. And if you're not already, please subscribe. It really helps out. And until next time, guys, remember, keep a little chaos in your life, and I'll see you in the next video.